everyone, and welcome back to more Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. Today we are going to be making our way to Dark Water Cove. So let's go ahead and go over here and talk to Gurglefin. There you are.
Well, I hope everything's in working order. Never really know, but what the heck? Life's a carp shoot, right? You ready to leave for the Dark Water Cove?
You bet.
Great! Terrific! I love a long water voyage. We'll set sail at once. Gee, I hope I don't get seasick. Too late. It figures. The main gates are closed. I guess we'll have to land at the outer island. Looks like we're going to have to find a way inside the fortress if we're going to retrieve the spouts. Yep, this is just perfect.
All right, so let's go. First of all, go over here, collect some good old gold, and grab Dino Ring Soul Gem. You got the Sticky Boomerangs ability. All right, so let's watch. Alright, and that was Dino Ring. He's an interesting Skylander. I've used him a handful of times, and yeah, he's okay. Anyway, let's go over here. He's definitely far from my favorite Earth Skylander.
Carp! We've been splattered by their artillery! That sure is going to make things a lot harder. Guess the best thing to do is to keep out of their crosshairs.
So much for that little ship. Didn't stand a stinking chance. But anyway, don't really have time to mourn the loss of that ship because we got a lot more to do here. So first of all, yeah, I love how later levels actually start giving you more cash to work with because, man, those first few levels don't give you a whole lot. But anyway, now we're gonna fight the Nautiloid. They run straight when attacking, so yeah, they're not gonna be too difficult to deal with because they're basically just another like Chompy equivalent. Actually, they actually hit me there. Weird. But yeah, these guys aren't really too rough to deal with. It's one of the other enemies that's gonna be a little harder to fight. Also, let's just break through this. And okay, we're gonna have to deal with a couple more of these guys. Let's just use the belly flop. We just completely missed that attack. Dang. Alright, there we go. Another one down. So now what we can do is just break this. Grab that, grab some extra gold there. And then hopefully we'll be able to deal with that cannon in a second. Once we're done with all the Nautiloids. There we go. Okay, that's them down, so let's keep moving. And yep, here's the next enemy that we're gonna have to fight. The Blastoneer. They shoot twice before reloading. Alright, but thankfully though, like the Troll Grenadiers and everything, they have very low health, so yeah, don't really have to worry about them too much. Though they do get placed in some interesting areas, so it's gonna be like, so, you know, they're not gonna be complete pushovers. Like there! But thankfully, Terrafin's burrow makes them temporarily invincible. And okay, so they have a little... Ouch! Thank goodness there's some Chinese food over there. And crud, I almost got stuck there. I don't think the game would actually let me get stuck there, thankfully, but yeah. Let's go ahead and go up this bounce pad. There we go. And then drop down here. Not gonna lie, I vastly prefer a lot of the voices for the Skylanders and Giants and onwards, because it just fits their personalities a lot more. But anyway, Though I do like it how in this game they kind of talk with their, I guess with their, like, native species, like, how their native species would talk and everything. Before they just all opt out for, English and everything. Or I guess they all talk in their normal, like, in their native languages before just defaulting to English. But anyway. There we go, Terrafin is now level 2. Very nice. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of my Skylanders start leveling up in, like, these next few levels, which is gonna be nice because, man, I don't like the low HP that a lot of Skylanders have early on. Oh boy. Anyway, let's go break all that stuff. And over there should be the twin spout.
Temple near the top of the waterfalls. That's where they hold their pirate auctions, don't you know? I'd bet my left fin that's where the spouts are.
Okay. So let's go grab this key really quick. Also, for my, if I remember correctly, that dialogue is not actually in the 360 and PS3 version. Yeah, it's funny how much they actually cut out from the PS3 and 360 versions of this game. It's mostly like dialogue and everything because all the level design is intact, but still, it's very, very interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and avoid this guy. Yep, there we go. All right. That's another one of them down. I also really like how very strong a lot of the Earth Skylanders are in this game, given that Terrafin and Bash have like really good like damage output. And oh boy, lock puzzle. Let's get this over with. All right. As I mentioned before, I do not like the lock puzzles in this game. I find them very annoying. But oh well. Not much I can do about it. So let's go ahead and rotate over here, and that should be it. Yep, excellent. Alright, I am happy that with, like, Swap Force and onwards, they actually start rewarding you for completing these lock puzzles. But anyway, now we need to swap to a Magic Skylander, so we're going to swap over to Spyro. Alright, and let's open up this gate. Very nice. So let's get a move on because this zone can be a little interesting if I remember correctly. So let's see. I know that it's going to lead to a teleporter right here. And yeah, we're going to have to go down this little waterfall. Unfortunately, these guys actually do an annoying amount of damage. Actually, not annoying. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, they were able to get an annoying hit on me. So let's go ahead and ouch. Yeah, it's funny how, I don't know why, I've never been really good with Spyro in these games. I don't know, it's probably just because he's got a little bit too wide of a hitbox or something like that, so he can get hit rather easily. But anyway, crud. I think we were supposed to do that a different way, but really quick, before we do that... Oop, did not mean to fall down there, but I think that means I need to swap to a Water Skylander. Yeah, let's go swap over to Gilgrunt real quick. Because I think there's something I can get over there. I don't know, this level is weirdly expansive for how normally short some of these levels are. Nope, nothing over there, so I guess I was wrong. That's okay, though. Let's swap back to Spyro.
To defend all.
Alright. Let's try that bounce pad again. I'll also say though, the bounce pads in this game are in the Wii version are so much better than they are in the 360 release. I know I keep making fun of the 360 PS3 release, but oh my lord, the bounce pad physics in that game were jank. I did not like them whatsoever. But anyway, let's go ahead and head over here. Yeah, these lock puzzles do get a little more intricate as time goes on, but still, how do I get that last one there? It's definitely gonna take me quite a few moves to get this, though. Aha! Here we go. That took way too long to figure out, good lord. And all done, we solved the puzzle, which took, again, way too long. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just grab this hat, which is going to be I think that's a tiki hat. Yep, it is. Ah, now we're good. Let's go drop down here. And that is where we started. So yeah, let's just get out of here. And if you all look over there real quick, there's a story scroll. So let's go swap back to Gilgrunt because he's our only he's our only Skylander that can actually go through water. Eventually the dragons can actually fly, but for now it's just Gilgrunt. We can just go through the water.
A note from a salty sea dog says it's not easy being a pirate. Many complain of long hours, seasickness, and parrot bites. Worst of all is having to explain what a poop deck is.
I don't know why, but that last bit always gets me. Maybe I have a juvenile sense of humor. Who knows? Probably do. Man. But anyway, let's go ahead and... yeah, I think that's it for this area. I'm tempted to... yeah, I'll stick to Gilgrunt. I want him to get to level 2 because I do have plans for him in the next episode. But right over here, we're going to see Squid Face Brute. You're clear of his deadly attacks, or his deadly anchor attacks. But thankfully, they're not too bad for Gilgrunt to deal with. These guys can be a little annoying for everyone else, though. But thankfully, I think Gilgrunt has some of the highest damage output I've got right now. Next to Terrafin, who's also got really good damage output. But part of that's because he's got one of his upgrades already. And let's go down here and grab this treasure chest. There we go. Gonna get a few items from this, like more treasure from this. Very nice. And we're gonna go double check this area just because I don't know if there's... again, you never know what they're hiding in this game, especially in this level. Okay, cool. There's nothing over there. Now we can just go back here. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that took a little longer than expected. Thankfully, Gilgrunt's traversal options will get a little better as time goes on. Was there anything back here? Nah. Nah, nothing even inside that little house. I guess shack. I guess it's a shack. I don't know. Oh, and here we have the water spell punk. Chilling attack. Beware of their puddles. Yeah, they'll just launch puddles that'll stop you, that'll slow you down whenever you go through them. They can actually be a little rough to deal with, funnily enough. Anyway, let's go take those guys out with the water hose. And, come on. Jeez, that guy is just taking so much punishment. Good lord. There we go. He has leveled up, so we're going to swap him out for... you know what? I'll stick to Chop Chop right now. I haven't used him in a sec.
My sword is yours.
I don't think I've used him since the 3rd level, so, you know, I want to use him again, because Chop Chop, again, is one of my favorite Skylanders. Always will be. So, anyway, I probably should have stuck to Gilgrunt in all brutal honesty, now that I think about it, given certain areas that are coming up, but we'll see. Because... okay, I should have probably kept to Gilgrunt. One sec.
Who's gonna beat that?
Alright, checking. Oh, cool, we can actually take care of these guys. They did not stand a chance. Is that it? Okay, cool, I'm just gonna swap back to Chop Chop then.
My sword is yours.
Alright, back to Chop Chop. Let's make our way over here, cut that down. There we go. Okay, there's a soul gem down there, which we can thankfully get. We also got a lot of enemies to fight, so let's go take care of them. Grab some extra cash, why not? Okay, cool, we're doing some good damage again. Oh, cool, we were able to use those cannons against them. Nice. But anyway, let's go down here and grab this soul gem, which is for Igniter. We got the Fire Forged armor. Nice. Alright, so there's Igniter. He's actually one of the more popular Skylanders in this game. Part of it being that he has like some ridiculous damage output, which I've experienced firsthand. The dude hits like a truck, though he does suffer from being a bit of a glass cannon. But hey, he's still a fan favorite. Also, wow, Chop Chop's damage output is leaving a little bit to be desired right now. Especially given how much Terrafin was doing earlier. But then again, he had the benefit of it being an Earth Zone. So, you know. Thankfully, though, Chop Chop is able to deal with these guys. Thanks to his shield and everything. Which, man, watching certain, like, people forget that Chop Chop has a shield is, like, just not utilizing his shield at all. It gets very annoying sometimes. Anyway. Just because some people just, like, opt out for the sword attack in his Bone Brambler when they keep forgetting, hey, the shield is actually useful. Anyway, got the Parrot Totem. We got 300 extra gold, which is very nice to have. I think that's it for this area, which, hey, that's cool. Also, Chop Chop's level 2 now, so I might swap to someone else who needs EXP because I want to try and keep the levels a little even. But I'll do that after I'm done fighting. Ouch. That really hurt. Okay, so let's go finish off these guys. Yeah, Chop Chop unfortunately has a rough time against these guys in particular just because of their high damage output. And Chop Chop's, you know, very lackluster damage output early on. His damage output does get a lot better as it goes on, but still. But anyway, if y'all notice, there's a hat down there. We'll get to why later on, but here we have the Squidlers. They shoot exploding blowfish. Yeah, they can be pretty simple to deal with. But you know what? I think I'm gonna swap over to. I think Trigger Happy needs EXP. I could be wrong. He doesn't, but I'm gonna stick around with him because why the heck not? I like Trigger Happy. He's fun. So let's go take him out. Then again, it would have been nice if I stuck with Chop Chop, but I think I'm not going to use him for the rest of the level.
Stronger in this zone.
I guess I don't like him. I love Chop Chop. It's just because, you know, I gave him a little bit of screen time right now, and I want to try and, you know, balance things out a little bit for the Skylanders I'm using. Also, this guy's going to be a little rough. Need to remember, Trigger Happy does not have much HP early on, so I need to be really careful with him. Oh, man. Alright, so let's go over here and just start spamming our attacks. Because that's what Trigger Happy is. He's a very spammy Skylander, and we love him for it. So let's go just take out this guy as well. There we go. Funny how the water spell punks have a lot of HP. But let's go grab the twin spouts.
Great work, Skylander. Now we just have to capture this frigate and get out of here.
Alright, that shouldn't be too hard. So let's go over here and start attacking these, like, yeah, let's just deal with all of these guys. Thank goodness for the safe, though. That is, like, his best damage attack. That's not his, like, gold coin spam. Oh, okay, we're good. We thankfully got a lucky armor proc there, so that's very nice. Yeah, so...
We need to open the main gate. Two things. One, the pirates say the switch is way up on that tower. And two, they also lie a lot. Don't know. Good luck. Let me know how you do.
Alright, Gurglefin, so let's go grab that.
Skylanders of the water.
And now, okay, yep, Skylanders of the water elements are stronger here. But first, we're gonna go... yeah, we need to go up here. There we go, and there's a teleporter right there. Which, hey, it's important that we made that jump because we wouldn't be able to get up here otherwise. And now we can grab a treasure chest. I think I'm gonna give this to someone else. Yeah, Spyro's kind of lacking on his money, so we'll get him this treasure chest. There we go. All right, so now we can go down to this water zone. We're gonna take care of the enemies first before swapping back to Gilgrunt. Good lord, this is really Gilgrunt's level, huh? All right, so let's go take care of this guy. Come on, there we go. Ouch. That did not... Okay, yep. These are not... This is not gonna go well. Okay, let's just avoid the squid face. and just punish them after every one of their attacks miss. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's go keep firing fireballs at them. Alright, so let's take out that squid face. And now we only have a few more of these guys to go. Gosh, Spyro really needs upgrades. You really, like, a lot of the other Skylanders I've been using right now, you haven't really, you know, they felt fine to use and everything. But Spyro, man, he feels way too slow early on. It's funny how he would actually improve a lot in later games. But anyway, let's go swap from Spyro back to Gilgrunt.
In for the win!
There we go. And now we can go down here. And alright, all areas have been found. Unfortunately, though, this is a puzzle-like area. Really? Thank goodness Gilgrunt can actually... Can he just void this whole area or no? Oh wow, there's a treasure chest up here, actually. That's very nice. That's all the treasure chests found, but we still need an extra hat. But let's just grab all this good stuff real quick. Wow, Gilgrunt might have the most cash out of all my Skylanders right now. At least, you know, for this game. Obviously, a lot of my other Skylanders still have, like, way more cash than over 1,000. Good lord. But anyway, let's just wait for this. Alright, ouch. Seriously? Oh, well, it's fine. Let's just wait. Go on here. Thankfully, these darts don't do... I think if I remember correctly, in the 360 and PS3 version, those darts do, like, 10 damage? Meanwhile, here it's, like, only 3, which is a lot nicer. Again, the 360 and PS3 version of this game is basically hard mode. Anyway, let's go up here. I think we could actually just swim across. Let's see it. If the game will actually just let me. Nah, we can't. That's unfortunate. Alright, so let's just wait for that platform to come back around. There you are. Let's just wait for that dart to go by. And grab this hat. There we go. And it is a tropical turban. Cool. But that should be everything in this level, so let's get out of here. Alright. And now, I think we also went through the last major enemy encounter. I could be wrong, because there might be some more enemies up here. Nope, so far we're in the clear. That's actually kind of nice. Grab that. And I think... oh, we can get some extra cash, I guess. Yep, there we go. And now we can just go up these stairs. And the switch is right there. Dang. That was easy.
Yes, Skylander, we're free! And on one of their own ships! You know, I always wanted to be a pirate. I wonder how I'd look with an eye patch.
And there we go. All in all, that went very well. We got 2 stars. Nice.
Behold the twin spouts of Ocea Major Minor, forged from the scales of the Leviathan.
Now that the twin spouts of Ocea Major Minor are in place, we can talk about the eternal water source. Turns out it's located in a string of islands.
String of islands? Huh, what are we waiting for? I'll get the boat ready.
Oh, you'll need more than a boat, I'm afraid. From what I've heard, the eternal water source has returned to the sea and can only be summoned with the 4 ancient statues on these islands.
Why do I think there's a big but in all of this?
But I've also heard rumors of a giant fish that lives in those waters. It's said that he eats whole villages. The locals call him Leviathan.
Leviathan? Oh.
It looks as if we have more than just chaos and the darkness to worry about. You must be extremely cautious.
All right, so everyone, next time on Skylander Spyro's Adventure, we're going to be going to that string of islands so we can take on the Leviathan. Maybe. We'll see. At the very least, we're going to get the eternal water source. So, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good day, guys. Bye!